So, Jon, why is the conversation about attribution such an important conversation to have at the Beet Retreat this year?
Well, I think even more than ever, particularly in video, as you look at the overall landscape, um, driving more efficacy and value in the addressable opportunity is becoming critical. And a lot of it comes from, moving from broadcasting models to one-to-one or addressable world. There's inherent costs that are increasing through that. And if we're not actually showcasing what that means in terms of performance and how it's actually moving consumers to drive products or sales, that transition is going to be really difficult.
So we have this really rich ecosystem of vendors playing in the attribution space. There are lots of different options for buyers. How would you describe the state of the attribution market today? What's working well and what is still very much work in progress?
Well, for one, it's incredibly fragmented. So, I think we're seeing there's an overall demand for it, and there's a lot of partners who are media partners that are working collectively with others in order to find the gaps to make it more robust, to deliver ultimately on outcomes and performance that a client needs, which is great, right? That's what we all need. But ultimately, we're still talking about a metric that's not operating amongst other partners. So it's requiring agencies to actually think about what is my ability to port an audience into this media partner or into this silo. How do I bring it all together in a report that lets me see what's working, what's not working? And so clients can make better business decisions and optimize against those performance goals. So the more and more we can kind of come together and align on what, an industry measurement should look like, the better off we will all be.
Now, there's lots of debate, obviously, at the moment about the transition to a so-called multi-currency marketplace. We're certainly seeing a proliferation of really interesting measurement suppliers and vendors. How does that change the attribution landscape? Does it make it more complex and challenging, or actually does it present lots of opportunity?
I think it creates lots of opportunity. And I think that's kicked off a lot of the partnerships, the acquisitions that we see pretty much on a daily basis, matching inventory towards measurement, which is great, right? That's the business we are in, and it seems like that's a business a lot of people are in. The ability to kind of decipher that and on what those goals are, or what unique data set is actually performing well or attributes to the performance of a brand or product sale, means we are on the right path. So everyone has the demand for it, great. But kind of weeding through the noise and clutter of that conversation to what rises to the top. And, obviously, as you talk about cross-screen performance and try to minimize frequency and eliminate the duplication that exists across different channels and sub-channels, ultimately means greater performance, less cost for an advertiser to actually put into the marketing mix that showcases what is the actual goal versus the amount of money I'm spending, as opposed to operating in different silos and thinking that you have a proxy for performance.
So you mentioned performance. We're obviously seeing performance guarantees becoming more and more widespread across the industry. Do you think performance guarantees are a positive thing, or actually do they create risks and challenges for the industry?
I think it's positive, but there's inherent risks but what I appreciate about it is that people are putting their business on the line in order to guarantee against that performance. And the more we can transition away from blunt KPIs like age, gender, CPMs, which really are just managing efficiency and not actual performance, which is causing all the frequency because you're just buying more and more against a cheaper audience. The more we can do that and showcase and align it to performance and put our money where our mouth is, we can actually make the huge leaps into what the whole point of media is, which is driving marketing objectives.
Now, the Beet Retreat this year in San Juan is very strongly focused on growth. We want to look at the opportunities opening up for the TV industry going forwards. You're going to be keynoting on a session about attribution and performance and outcomes. What would you like the panel to be discussing? What do you see as the big opportunities that we should be trying to grasp going forwards in this space?
and I think the whole point of the Beet Retreat gives you an opportunity to kind of be in an intimate setting and actually listen and understand people's challenges so that you can deliver those solutions, right? That's the business we're in. So understanding exactly what folks are solving for. I mean, I have a hypothesis what everyone's trying to solve for, but everyone might be looking at it differently. So how do partners fit into that? Is there, our platforms built on mobile behavior to actually validate CTV performance? Is that something that is valuable to them? And how can we provide solutions in what you're creating that are additive as opposed to them reinventing the wheel? That is where we kind of all want to fit within the process of, planning, buying, and ultimately reporting.
Well, Jon, we're hugely grateful for your support. Very much looking forward to hearing your contributions and comments at the retreat, and looking forward to 3 fantastic days of discussion and networking. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Can't wait.